Post-election, staff with Lighthouse Immigrant Advocates, a nonprofit immigration law office in Holland, have been very busy.
Hotline has been hot. I probably get between 12 and 15 calls within a 4-hour span of time.
On the other end of many of those phone calls are people worried about President-elect Donald Trump's call for mass deportation of millions of undocumented immigrants.
A lot of folks are calling with concerns about, again, a non-immigrant or an undocumented member of their family, or they're calling about themselves and wondering what they can do now.
Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty about the plan, including exactly how it would work and how much it will cost. Jor van Oosterhout says her organization is focusing on realistic outcomes.
Realistically, a lot of the changes that he's suggesting require changing law, and that's not something that's going to happen quickly.
But at the same time, she's advising undocumented individuals and families with mixed status to prepare for what she calls the worst-case scenario.
Let's say Dad doesn't come home from work one night and there's no one to pick up the kids. What would they need to do in that situation? Let's say Dad wakes up the next morning in Mexico and needs to be reunited with children. What would need to happen to make sure that those kids can get to Mexico to be with him?
Samuel Filsick is an asylum attorney with Lighthouse Immigrant Advocates representing those in removal defense proceedings. He's also heard plenty of concerns from his clients.
The biggest concern that most people have is that they will be detained by ICE pending their hearings and not able to provide for their families.
To quell fears, Filsick is reminding people of their rights.
Because they are already in the United States, they do have rights, and they do have a right to be heard on their immigration petitions.
And for now, Lighthouse Immigrant Advocates is encouraging people to not make dramatic changes.
There are a lot of people who are talking about self-deporting or leaving the country. Instead, make little plans so that they're at least prepared for that worst-case scenario.